thinking about preparing this video and doing this right now, it has to be a treasure of an answered prayer. And as I prepare for the big day, join me while I finish organizing, but also to see the different aspects of preparing, not only like physically but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for my home birth experience. And Lord willing, this is how it's gonna be. Welcome to Wild Honey Home, and if you enjoy content about homemaking, motherhood, home birthing, and just like living for the Lord's glory in general, then go ahead, like this video and subscribe, and I would love to see you in the next one. So let's get started. So my children are playing and I am doing laundry, so there's like clothing everywhere. So I'm gonna be explaining this as how we started just getting into prepping and getting to know. I saw a lot of videos on YouTube, but also just like started reading on Pinterest and things like that. Our midwife gave us a list, and this is like how it looks. It looks like a lot, but this is mostly like activities and things to do with your husband that I'm gonna share about them later on the video. And then we have like things that are not optional. Then we have just like few things that you can kind of have them or not. And then some things recommended if you're planning to do a water birth. So I have basically divided everything on the list into baskets. This is basket number 1, and I'm just gonna show you quickly everything that I'm kind of like having. This basket is mostly like I feel like emergency things, preparing like pads with witch hazel that we're gonna see a little bit on. But then she said something like so awesome, which is to keep the empty bottles and fill them up with water. So after birth, if I feel uncomfortable or just burns a little bit or something like that, I can just like use this as a perennial bottle. And I was like, that's a genius. Put in a fan just in case we get hot in here. We have 4 trash bags. I have electrolytes, and I've been loving the Element electrolyte drink mix, and this is the watermelon salt. This has been like a game changer in my everyday. I have like some wipes. This is disinfecting wipes. We have a bottle of alcohol, and then we have 3 bottles of hydrogen peroxide. This is a fishnet, and this is for the water birth in case she needs to pick up anything that it's not baby related. Garden water hose. I actually picked a stainless steel one because I just feel like it would be much cleaner. We're kind of like trying to not buy plastic and things like that. I know that you can get most of these things into a more sustainable source. However, this is our budget, so we're doing this for now, and especially because I don't know if we're moving or not. So I did not want to spend so much money on like better quality things. So we have a mirror. We don't have this and we don't use this really. I got this with the little hole so we can kind of like put this up in another place, just like hanging. And I thought it would be like cool to repurpose that. And then I'm gonna move this from here. We have 2 sheets that these are going to be going into the bedroom. And then we have this is Pedialite, and it is another electrolyte solution, and she wanted like 2 of them, and then she also wanted a protein. I'm gonna show you which one I'm using and that I love. So I have like 4 bottles of these, and 2 are already on the fridge. So now I'm gonna take you into the second basket. This one is directed more into like having your baby already on you. So everything that I'm gonna be showing you is more for that process. This is basically underpads, and she's just gonna be using this a lot. So the amount she wanted was 30. Then we have like some really cute blankets in here. So this is more like already after receiving baby and all of that. We have 4 receiving blankets. This muslin blankets. I don't know the sex of our baby, so everything that we have is like gender neutral. We have 4 hats, 4 pair of socks, 4 onesies, and like 2 pajamas, long pajamas, and everything is just like jello, gray, greens, creams. I have 3 bags of these, and this is just protective underwear, and this is more like for the after, and I just wanted something fitted and something like that was comfortable to wear. 1 bag of wipes. We have like 4 small towels. Then we have 8 towels that we actually had to buy because everybody in my house has like 1 pair of towels, so we had to buy this. So because we kind of like went through postpartum and also a pregnancy at the same time, I'm taking lots of supplements for my physical and mental health, and I'm basically gonna like continue taking them like without the dosage that I'm doing on right now. I'm just gonna say them and write them on here so you can know which supplements I'm gonna be taking. But I'm just gonna continue my prenatals on my biotin, probiotic prenatals, Emaplex, which is for iron, vitamin C, and this one has rose hips and citrus bioflavonoid complex. One of my favorites that I have loved and I will continue to take them is beef organs, and this is by the brand Heart and Soil, and I love this so much. And now for like the more liquidy stuff, I'm taking this protein. This is by Pink Stork, and this is a pregnancy and postpartum protein in the flavor of chocolate truffle, and this is so good. I have like another one coming already. I love this so much. Like, this is so yummy for me. This is obviously for home birth, but this is something that I'm taking in preparation and that also I'm gonna be taking during postpartum, so this is why I'm showing you. I'm gonna be preparing this. This is halim seeds, and I'm gonna be taking this with lemon juice and also like cumin, and this is like for your iron, and because I am a hemorrhagic patient, then we're working so hard on that. And this is something that I found that I'm gonna be preparing to be drinking it until labor and maybe like postpartum. And then of course the raspberry leaf tea, and this is like recommended to take like throughout your whole pregnancy and even just like after pregnancy. So I just got like this little small bag, but I have seen bags like this. I just need to have like the proper ingredients to make more tea because I love them. It's just a little bit like, you know, difficult. Now I'm gonna talk to you about herbs that I'm gonna be using. This is not only for teas, but you can also put it in like the birthing pool, like some clips with the recipes on them, but I'm just gonna like say them to you. So I have like chamomile, I have lavender, I have rosebuds, and I have like jasmine, I have St. John's and jarrow for the pain. So all of these herbs I'm going to be doing like salves and teas for like the preparation of everything. So also for this part, I've been like asking for a while to my midwife if she recommended for me getting like a suero because I'm gonna be having 3 babies and I'm going through like a postpartum right now as well. So I just want to be as most like prepared and healthy as I possibly can. And she was like, yeah, and I was so excited, but I also was just like kind of ignoring it. And then now we have like a mission of like increasing my hemoglobin, my hemoglobin, like hemoglobina, more. So I'm actually going to like the doctor, and she's like gonna be putting next week, I think they're gonna be like 3 IVs for this. So I was like ignoring it, and then I have like a whole special care about this. So that is another thing that I'm doing for preparing for home birth and just reducing the risk of getting like a hemorrhage in the process. This is one of my favorite things about creating oils, and it is the process of creating preservatives for each of them. So I'm going to be using basically like 3 for pain and just 1 for mood swings, 1 for helping the ease of contractions so they can be like accelerated. This one is going to be for focus, so it's going to be designed for me to grab energy, to uplift my emotions and things like that. I'm basically using like the same preservatives. I'm using sandalwood, lavender, and like lavender petals and the lavender leaf, and then I'm also using hierbabuena, which I need to look it up in English. Good herb. Not sure how you say it. And then for some of them, the ones that are being designed for my mood, for my emotions and mood and all of that, I'm adding some clove just to hit that as an undertone base. I'm going to be using some of my own handmade essential oils. This one, which is nature's oil, and this is therapeutic grade, and this is peppermint. For the body pains, I'm going to be using thyme, basil, and peppermint. These are like my favorite combination for pain. Then for my like emotions, I'm just going to be using patchouli. I'm also going to be using clary sage and geranium. I'm so bad at labeling. I'm gonna make sure to label these ones for everybody helping me in the birthing process knows my mess. And then for the concentrating one, I'm going to be using rosemary, peppermint, and a bit of a citrus oil. So the most crucial thing about this is the communication between me and my husband. And we had such a connection in our last hospital birth, that I feel like on this one it's just going to rise up to a whole new level. And something that I want to work on is on my endorphins, which is like the hormones that are going to make pain be felt less or less intense. So I have communicated and expressed to him that I really want to make eye contact. I want him touching me. I want him close to me. I want to hug him, just as we did on our last birth. But I really want to be intentional with that. We're just kind of flowing. Also for this birth, we're not going to be telling anybody about when we're going into labor. We're just kind of gonna wait until maybe the next day to announce it, which is another thing. We are preparing ourselves so much because I don't pretend to give birth on the pool or on the bed or on the sofa. It doesn't really matter. What matters to me is how I want to be supported by my husband, what I want him to do for me, what I want him to say for me. So we're constantly expressing these things to each other, having a very clear understanding of how you and your spouse work, how you and your spouse communicate, and what are those things that you wish to feel pampered or taken care of in home birth. I feel like that's one of the most essential things For us, we're kind of like thinking about doing this. The most important thing, it doesn't matter in what aspect of whatever you're doing with your spouse, communication and having a clear understanding of where you are and where you want him to be, and vice versa. It always needs to be worked on. That's something that we're honoring a lot. That's something that I would recommend. Even if I haven't had a home birth before, it's just amazing to have that with your husband. So as I mentioned, I'm doing laundry, so excuse the mess in the bed. But I just want to explain to you how these sheets, these are curtain sheets, are going to be used. So basically, when the time comes, everything will be removed from the bed, and then you put this on the mattress, and then a fitted sheet on top of this one, and then you take the other one and then you put this like literally stuck on the border here, and then just put this and then another fitted sheet on top of this. Basically, this is gonna be the space. Even if I don't birth in here, we're going to be coming like pretty soon after giving birth. Is gonna be like the resting space. So yeah. So now we just have to put this in front of the curtains, and we have ourselves some lights.
Eso es un parto en casa de verdad. Vamos, hay una piscinita, hay de todo.
Todavía. Ajá, te veo. Okay guys, so I'm gonna end up this video with something that I feel like it's really important as well, and it gets talked about so much, and I don't think we realize the power of how we can use it. So last time I had a friend who cooked for me, and I had like people just bringing me food all over, and now on this postpartum I have really activated the village. I'm gonna explain this part, this essential part, and then on another video that I'm doing that is preparing for postpartum, which is my favorite trimester. Who's going to be my home birth is going to be my midwife, of course. It's going to be my husband. My mom is coming in, and then a friend, and then like also maybe some members from the team of my midwife are also coming in with her. So I'm gonna be explaining their roles. So the role of my husband is going to be preparing the birth pool, just like making sure that I am okay. Like this is my moment with my husband, and I don't want anything like interfering with that. So that's when my mom comes in, because my mom is basically going to be the lead charge of my children for this moment. And then my friend, she's going to be basically helping out around the house, but also with my mom. But we're kind of like joking, like she's the one that's gonna be taking pictures. Sort of like the physical roles, but on the spiritual roles, all I want is for them to be praying over this home birth, like all the time. My friend is just constantly like sending me messages, how she's feeling, what she's praying. The other day she sent me like a whole playlist for for labor. It's just like so amazing, because I think it's such a vulnerable moment, and having people loving you so much in that is gonna be so special. Also, another thing, I am already preparing my children. We have a plan for it, like during the day, what are we gonna do, what mommy needs, what mommy doesn't need that day, and they're kind of like also preparing themselves for this. I have a baby, she's like almost toddler, she's 10 months old now, so she's gonna be like maybe 11 or 10 when baby comes out, and that obviously is a little bit more difficult. But so my oldest is taking a charge in this as well, and she's so excited because she is feeling so useful. She says to me like the things that she's going to be doing for me, and also like praying for me, and she's just like so excited about being like part of this role. So my village for the home birth is like gonna give me the strength and the holy teamwork that this was designed to be. So this is like my village for the home birth, and then I have the other part of the village activated for my postpartum, and I'm gonna talk about that. So if you have any other tips that you want to share, comment down below. If you have a home birth, if you're thinking about it, I would love to know as well. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, to subscribe for future ones, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!